Deacon George Nelson from the Second Baptist Church located in Langley, New Jersey. Deacon Nelson, when and where were you born?
I was born here in Atlantic City, 1930, June the 27th. That's 84 years ago.
Wow. And how many family members did you have? Who were your parents?
There were 13 of my family. 14, I had 12 siblings. There was 13 of us. I was number 7. I was considered the lucky child. Really, I was number 7. And I was the lucky one. I was the 7th child in our family, and we had 6 boys and 7 girls.
Wow. And who were your parents?
John Henry Nelson. He was a character.
So that's where you get it from.
He eventually got saved. Oh yes, he was before he found the Lord. He was a humdinger, but he eventually found the Lord. He and my mom. My mom was saved all her life. Practically.
So that's what led you to Christ.
Her prayer, my mother's prayers, I guess, because early on I was a gangbanger, just like most young kids were, you know.
Wait a minute, hold up, Deke. What did you do?
Oh, we used to take it. The tasty cake man couldn't come in our area unless he. Any delivery men that delivered to the small stores in our area had to first get by us, yeah. And we should rob the trucks, take the cakes and the sodas and stuff. We had a ball. Nobody came into this area without first
checking with you guys.
Checking with us, yeah. And they were really afraid to come into the West Side.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually put extra stuff on the trucks for us, and we wouldn't bother. You know.
So they had to pay their way
early
to get
on,
in.
Early on, yeah, that was part of my childhood coming up. Yeah.
So you used to hang around the pool rooms and whatnot?
Oh, yes. I should hook your school to go shoot pool.
So you can shoot pool, Deacon Nelson?
Can I shoot pool?
Yeah.
Well...
Would I want to play you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You see that photograph over there? That was taken in
Vegas?
Las Vegas.
This one right here?
Yes. And we only got to Las Vegas because we won the city championships. My son and I came in 3rd out of about 2,000 people there in pool hall. We came in 3rd during that time. But now, that's the Black Widow. She is a professional pool shooter. You've seen her on television many times.
Yeah.
And you see what she's doing? She's hugging me. I told her that that television didn't do her justice.
So she was an attractive young lady.
Oh yeah, she is very attractive. Mm-hmm. And we had a nice time. But we came in 3rd out of about 2,000 people.
Wow.
Pool shooters.
So you and Wayne.
Wayne and I.
Yeah.
Partners,
Wow.
right?
Wow. Yeah.
And we had a chance to really come out on top, but that's the way it is.
So now, you described your family as far as you growing up. Now, what about your family with your wife and your kids? Tell us about how you met your wife and.
Oh, we were raised. This is the West Side, man. I was born and raised right in this area. In this area where this house is, used to be called the desert. We used to come over here and play in the desert and the cinder piles. Right where this house is right now. Yeah. But I was born and raised on the West Side. And my wife lived 2 doors from me. I mean,
so you guys grew up together?
We grew up together.
Now, what was her name?
Anime.
Okay.
Anime Youngblood.
Okay, Anime Youngblood. Okay. Look at him smiling, too. She was what now?
Yeah, I knew with the high cheekbones,
okay.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But Anime Youngblood, yeah, she was.
So you guys, you started talking to her back when you were in grade school.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, her father was, her uncle rather was Elder Stevenson. We went to his church.
Okay. All right.
And it was her uncle's church, and her mother was Elder Stevenson's sister. So that's how it was. That's how we church way back in.
Right.
Man, 4th, 5th grade, I guess. And that's it. I met her in church, and her mother used to watch me watching her. It was a good old day.
So now, talking to you before about anime, what happened one time? I think you got into a little skirmish or something.
Oh yeah, Anna, she was a nice looking young lady, and she had a lot of guys who were
trying to talk to her.
Yeah, trying to talk to her.
So you didn't approve of that?
Not necessarily. I didn't make too much of beans about it because they all knew who I was. And they were a little leery of me.
They were a little leery of you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Ernest Davis was the school bully. He was a little short guy. I'm not going to say what I said before.
No, go on and say it. Go on and say it, D. Go ahead, man.
He was about your size. He was a little shorter.
Shorter than me. Go ahead. Go
ahead. And he was a little slewful of a guy. But everybody was scared of him. Ernest Davis. He was a school bully. And one day I was talking to Anime out in the schoolyard during recess. We should have at the time. And he walked over to us, and out of the clear blue sky, he took and punched me in my stomach in front of her.
So what did you do?
Well, I did what
Go on and tell it.
I said I had to fight this guy.
So you had to fight him.
I had to fight him. But hit me in front of my girl.
No.
So we were Carter's moving truck
company, right
there on Illinois Avenue,
right
in the back of his house there.
Jody's parents, right?
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, his house faced the schoolyard. We went over in his yard, and we started
rumbling.
Yeah. It wasn't long.
It wasn't long?
No.
You took care of him quickly.
Oh, sure. I put a whipping on him.
You did?
Yeah.
Did he mess with you anymore?
No, sir.
Never again.
No, sir. But he really became real good friends of mine later on.
That's how it was back in the day.
When
we would get in a fight with somebody, you became boys, actually.
Yeah. Because the guys who went around with him, he never went around by himself. He always had 2 or 3 guys with him. And one of the guys, Kerry Saxton, who eventually became a fighter too, he wanted to jump in, but the school guards, wearing those,
the safety belts. Right.
Safety patrol. They came over and stopped it, and he was suspended for 3 or 4 weeks, I think, and I was suspended just for a couple of days because I didn't report it.
Right.
Instead of fighting, I should have went down and reported
it. Right.
What would I have looked like?
You would have looked like Deacon Nelson.
Yeah, right.
Well, say you wasn't Deacon Nelson
back during them days, no.
Now that we're on the same thing about boxing, and you fought the young man in the schoolyard, did that lead you to do something else in that field of boxing? Or?
Oh yes, I eventually became a boxer, amateur fighter. There was a group of us here, from all West Side boys. I can see it right now as who was here yesterday.
Right.
Of us getting together and decided to go over to Pleasantville to become fighters.
So you used to go over to Pleasantville every day or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where you trained.
We caught the trolley car. No training. We caught the trolley car.
That's where you trained at over in Pleasantville.
Oh yeah, in Pleasantville.
Well, no, you said trolley car. Wait a second. There was trolley cars in Lang City?
Yeah, well, no buses. Yeah, we trolley cars, man. Back during the 40s.
Where did they run? Or
they ran down Atlantic Avenue, tracks all the way down Atlantic Avenue. They cut off down Georgia, over the meadows, towards Pleasantville.
Okay, so you caught there was the trolleys back, like the trolleys in Philly.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And then it went down Georgia and it came back up Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
And we went, about 6 of us. We went over there, man, and we thought we were big and bad, like, shucks. Beverly Avery was the name of the trainer. Uh, we told him that we wanted to be fighters, and he said, okay. So he was in the ring with not a professional fighter, but a fighter who knew what he was doing.
Right.
A guy who had been boxing.
To see if you guys really wanted
see if we
this.
really knew what we were doing,
Yeah.
or what we really wanted to be fighters. Boy, we got whipped. I mean, whipped. I mean,
Really bad.
Each one of us. Each one of us. Well, he wanted to find out if we really wanted to be fighters or not, I guess. But what happened, I was the only one who went back. All the other guys,
They didn't go back.
They didn't go back. That was it for them.
But you hung in there.
I hung in there.
And what happened after that?
I really wanted to become a fighter. Oh, then I.
So was that AAU or Golden Gloves that you?
Oh yeah, well, the AAU, Golden Glove, the Pennsylvania State, all of those were amateur sponsors. I won 3 championships. Those 3 championships I won during my amateur career, and they knew they thought so much of me that they brought me into camp over there at Leon Bird's training camp, and I stayed there. And that's when I became a sparring partner for most of the professional fighters who came into camp.
Like who?
My size.
Like who?
Oh, they had Billy Arnold came in, Gil Turner came in there. There was Eddie Childs, Rocky Castellani.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I trained with him. Johnny Bratton from Chicago. All those guys, I trained with those fellas. So when that's what made us. That's how come I made out so well. I think is because I thought that I'm in there with an amateur. I'm training all these big professional fighters. Hey man, I felt far superior.
Right.
Than those guys.
That's
what sort of got me over, I guess. But,
how long did you box?
Oh, amateurs. I think I turned professional when I was 21, I think.
So you were a pro fighter?
I fought pro too, yeah. I fought in Madison Square Garden. And everybody, man, and
that's the mecca for boxing.
That's the mecca for boxing.
Yeah,
Everybody wanted to go there.
Madison Square.
And I fought in Eastern Parkway, a lot of places up in Philadelphia.
Well, then I should ask you this question. May 2nd, Pacquiao, Merriweather. Who you like?
Mayweather gonna knock him out, man.
You think he's gonna knock him out?
I keep telling you, he's made for it.
He's made for it.
The style that they're planning on using, Mayweather's gonna knock him out, man. Pacquiao's gonna take the fight to it. That's what Mayweather wants.
Right. Okay.
He figures he's gonna tire him out that way. They figure that if they don't give him a chance to do all his stuff,
right?
Yeah, but that's what he's barking right down his alley, man.
So you think Mayweather's gonna win it? Not only is he gonna win, he's gonna knock him out.
Knock him out.
Particular round?
No.
It's
gonna go maybe 6-7 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
When you got finished boxing,
mm-hmm.
and you're starting to raise tell us more about when you started to raise your family. Who did your family consist of?
Oh yeah, well, I stopped. Well, my career was shortened because I got hurt.
How'd you get hurt?
I'm working for the city at the time
mm-hmm.
because they gave me a job at Beta Field, and they put me down there to train with Jersey Joe Walcott.
Stop, D. Is that what you got a hookup?
Yeah, I had a hookup.
Okay, all right, okay.
I had a good hookup.
Oh, you had a good hookup. Okay.
Yeah. And they put me down there as some kind of recreation director,
mm-hmm.
the title that they gave me. But it was just there to train with Jersey Joe Walcott, who
Jersey Joe
stayed over there. They had 2 buildings over there.
So you trained with Jersey Joe Walcott?
For 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I trained with him for the Morris-Anna fights. Both of those fights. I trained with him for, I think, when he fought as a child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was it like fighting Walcott? I mean, sparring Walcott. Yeah.
You had to know what you were doing, brother, because he didn't pay you money to take it easy on you.
Okay, he's going.
Oh yeah. You know the fool with you. Part of man.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So I had to know what I was doing to be in there with him.
Right.
Yeah. And it was fun. I mean, I would rather fight than eat back then, man.
Okay. So that was part of your life.
Oh, that was part of my life. And I just loved it. Yeah. And I had a pretty nice career. But then when I got hurt, after I got hurt, my manager, who then was a reverend or minister at that, Reverend Robinson, a white fellow who had the First Baptist Church in North Carolina and Pacific Avenue. He was my manager at the time. And he asked me if I wanted to be a police officer. I said, a police officer? Me?
Guy, right, the guy was in the pool room and beating up bullies
and all that stuff. I said, okay. I said, yeah, I might as well go for it because, you know. So he made arrangements for me to take the test. I had to take the test. I had to pass it. They couldn't just put me in there.
In there, right?
Yeah, I had to pass the test though. But they made arrangements for me to study for it. You know. And,
now, did you have to take the test with the answers to your left or to your right?
Answers came from my head, man.
They came from your head deep.
Yeah, that's civil service, man.
That was no joke. Yeah,
no joke.
Yeah. So now you passed your test.
Yeah. And
now you're on the police department.
Yes.
And then what happens from there?
Well, I was a policeman for a beat patrolman for a short period of time, not too long, because Floriani, who then was Jerry Sullivan, who was the chief of police at the time, he just took favor for me for whatever reason, I don't know. He liked boxers, I guess. I went to him one day and told him, I said, hey, Chief, I said, I wanted to be a detective, you know. So he made arrangements for me to become a detective. And I worked as a detective for maybe a year. And then at the time, Chief Allman, he wasn't chief at the time. Right. He was acting chief. We were having trouble in the city with breaking and enterings and that sort of thing. So he called me, because he and I are pretty tight. He called me one day and told me he wanted to start a unit, a squad, and asked me to pick some guys and form a unit to sort of combat this wave of crimes that were going on in the city.
So did you call other police agencies on how to start this unit, or what happened, or what did you do?
You didn't? Nobody. No, I just did it on my own. I knew what to do, you know. And man, after we were so successful with that B&E squad that they well, Wilson, I don't know whether you know Al Wilson. Al Wilson was a white captain. He was a major crime squad of Atlantic City. One and only. Never solved anything. No, I'm serious. People used to joke with him because he thought he was a little weird. You know? I should go out with him. I helped him a couple of times do certain things because I felt sorry for him because I liked him. He decided that they were really form a major crime unit, so Joe Allman was going to be in charge of it. So Joe called me up to his office one day and asked me if I wanted to head this unit. I told him, sure. He said, well, I want you to pick the men, you know, let you pick the men.
So you had full reign?
Oh, I had full reign, yeah, and I did. I went out there and I picked the thugs.
Who'd you pick?
Police officers that were thugs.
Like who? Can you mention them? Or
Cal Perry.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, you know who Cal Perry.
Yep.
Al Rourke.
Okay.
He was the only white at the time, but you wouldn't know he was white. He acted like he was black. Maldonado, Gilberto Maldonado, him, because he helped me in the Spanish neighborhood at that time. Getting pretty big. And Ben Polk.
Oh wow, yeah, Ben, yeah.
Bardu Allen.
Oh, Bardu, yes, sir.
Yeah, we had a unit, and we were so successful at We were written up in 2 nationwide magazines.
So you became a model almost. If somebody wants to start a unit, they can almost look at your unit and talk to you on how to get it started and be successful at it.
Well, that's how the prosecutors got started. They sent 2 men over to our unit to work with us to find out how we were doing it. And that's how they formed their unit. We had our unit first before they had one.
And they formed their unit directly
From us.
from you.
Yeah, from our. And we were known as. I had 2 magazines where they say we were better than the FBI, the state police, and all of them. Yeah.
Oh, these 2 here?
Yeah. That's one of them, and that's the other one. And each one of them are deals with one of the high crimes that we were investigating during the time, and we were successful. We did very well.
How long were you a police officer?
27 years.
And then you retired.
I retired. Yeah, I retired as an executive assistant to Joe Allman. When I retired, that's what I was.
Wow.
As a captain, and I had that title. And I had a very nice time.
That's great.
Yeah, really.
That's great. Now,
wonderful career.
Now you are working part-time at City Hall?
Right now, yeah.
Right. And you're
part-time, we're full-time.
I'm sorry, you're working full-time at City Hall?
Yeah.
As a hugger. I mean, not a hugger. I mean, as a person.
That's all part of the
job. You're a hugging machine, right? That's a part of the job also. Okay, Dick, I hear you.
Oh God.
I hear you. So now that you finished your police career, let's go. I guess go back a little bit as far as getting back to the church somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about when and where were you baptized?
Oh, I think it was I forget the year. I think it was 80 something. I went to oh, here it is, right here. This is my certificate of baptism that I got when I was baptized in the River Jordan.
Stop for 1 sec. Now, when you say baptized in the River Jordan, do you mean like the Jordan family pool or something? No? The River Jordan.
Where John the Baptist baptized Jesus.
The right? River Jordan.
The River Jordan.
Tell us about that. How did you even get to go? I mean, how did you get to go?
Oh, it was a group of people. A lot of us went over there, and that was a wonderful experience. One that I never forget. I know that if I ever go back over there, I know where the wall where they prayed.
Right. He was in the Garden of Gethsemane and whatnot?
Oh, yeah.
So what was that like, Deacon? I mean, so you walked down the same steps as Jesus?
Yes, I did. Yeah. You know, like Garden of Gethsemane, Bethany is not too far away from there.
So they're not like 5, 10, 15 miles from there? When you read the Bible,
no. If you read the Bible, and they tell you about these different towns, Bethany,
and they're really close together.
Yeah, they're not that far apart. And some that were, we got on the bus and drove. Some of them were, like Bethany wasn't too far from Garden. And when he walked down, I guess.
What was that feeling, though? I mean, what was that?
Man, the Bible, when I read the Bible now, it comes to life.
Right, I guess, yeah, you probably read the Bible and have a different feeling.
Yeah. When I read the Bible, these things or these places are real. These things really happen.
These things really did happen. They
really
are there.
And the Garden of Gethsemane, which is great. There's a tree in there, over 2,000 years old. They're saying this tree was here at the time of Jesus. I got a picture of that. One day I'm gonna get that.
How did you get to organize? Like, how did you know that there was a trip going to Israel? And how did you know?
A girl, a friend of mine, she had this name. She's a minister. She lives in now. She's a police officer too. First black sergeant police officer.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
She's a minister now too. She asked me to go on the trip.
So how'd you get to? Well, did a lot of people get baptized that day or during that
Oh, yeah.
trip? Or
Oh yeah. It wasn't only me.
Right.
Not too many from my house particular. Bus. Buses. We had 2, 3 buses. But it was like a day of people being baptized. They wanted to be baptized.
in the River Jordan.
Golgotha, the skull, all those places, man. I've been there. I saw the place where they rolled the stone away from where Jesus was
In the tomb. Wow. Now, you've also received accreditation, numerous ones. But talk about the one with the plaque.
Oh yeah, well that they're honoring me for memorial flag placed on the street there. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That plaque there is one that was put there because of they wanted to honor me.
Right.
For some of the things that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Because there states that, I had a chance to go to the Olympics in '48.
Really?
I was in the Olympic trial. It tells you on there.
For boxing?
Yeah, for boxing. And that was supposed to be an Olympic. I lost the one it tells you there. It says, 1948 says, he won the Pennsylvania State Diamond Belt and Golden Gloves Championship as a light heavyweight. The same year, he made an unsuccessful bid for the 15th Olympiad in London. After turning pro in 1952, he stopped Joe.
Right.
But I had a chance to go to another job sport. But at that time, the Olympics wasn't
like it is now.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't think too much of the Olympics.
Right, right.
And
sports wasn't
a
really big thing like it is now.
Had I known
that was going to be all that.
Yeah, I might have tried a little harder because I fought a guy who was the first time I ever fought a left-hander. He was a white fellow. Mm-hmm. And I don't think during the whole 3 rounds that we touched each other twice.
No, you hit. No, you hit. No, you hit. No, you hit.
He touched me once more than I touched him, and he got just. What had I done? I didn't really care at that time because I was anime. I was in the camp at the time.
So you didn't want to leave anime?
No. Yeah.
Because that bully.
Yeah, right. And you know, because I used to come to camp, I used to get in the little room we had there. And in fact, they had a pool table there too.
Oh, really?
I practiced the pool, yeah.
Hey, Donald, I think we have to shoot him some pool sometime.
Oh, yeah, we
take
got
his money. I mean, play
Oh,
some
yeah.
pool.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to do that.
I got to show him where I'm coming
I'll
from.
pay you to stay away. I like you.
You pay us to stay away.
I'll pay you to stay away.
See, I like a challenge. You know?
like a challenge?
I like a challenge. I'm going to come.
Okay, we're going to come.
I'm coming.
We coming, D.
Right.
We coming.
All right.
We coming.
All right.
Teach me.
You need a stick? I got one in the back of my car.
I got one.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah, I have my own.
I got one for you, too.
Uh-oh.
I got 2 or 3 sticks in the back of my car.
Okay, don't let me set you up now.
All right.
Well, Deacon Nelson, this has really been a pleasure and an honor. How we feel about you at Second Baptist, I think you already know that.
Yes.
You know, we look at you as a cornerstone. So
And I love Second Baptist and listen to them. It's just a pleasure to be around God-fearing men.
It is. And we love you on the men's choir.
We
love you on the men's choir.
Yeah, he got that voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, yes.
So, and this interview was filmed by Donald Scott. Interviewee was Deacon Nelson, and I'm myself, Wayne, interviewer. So we'd like to thank everybody for listening to us, and we hope next month we bring something else. We're going to look at maybe bringing Miss Bostic as an interview. So the mother of the church. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Again, we thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.